Hey guys, it is Granna, so that means it's kitchen talk time. Hope everybody's having a great day today, having a fabulous day. It's nice outside, just enjoying the day. I did get out this morning because I had a doctor's appointment at the eye doctor. I go to the eye doctor like every 3 months. And you guys know, I've talked about it before, that I was having issues. Started around this time last year. Started having like migraines, crazy migraines, like just, oh wow, head about to explode. So tried to figure out everything that I could on my own that might have been causing it. Went to the dentist because I thought it could have been a tooth, and my teeth was fine and having a problem with that. Went to the doctor, told him I was having headaches. When he got a scan on my head, it was nothing. And went to the eye doctor because I'm like, okay, maybe my glasses need to be changed. Did that. That doctor didn't know what the hell he was talking about. He just, redid my prescription and my glasses, and then he gonna tell me that I had a lazy eye. He didn't, just a bunch of bull crap. Anyway, it turns out that it got so bad, I went to see a specialist with my eye, and time I got there, they immediately sent me over to another specialist because I was having bleeding in my eye, and the pressure was so high that was causing my headache. So since that point, I've had two laser surgeries on my eye to stop the bleeding in my eye veins, and everything. So now I go every 3 months to get a check to make sure the pressure is good, make sure there's no more bleeding or anything like that. So my doctor, every time I go, he talks to me about if I ever had COVID, did I get the vaccines and all that, and I never had COVID, never had it at all during that time that it was real bad with people. So he just keep insisting on, he think that the vaccines or the shots that I took might have had something to do, with my eye condition. I mean, yes, it did show that I have a small cataract on my right eye that I have the issues with, but I didn't have any problem with blood pressure or anything like that. So he just really goes in on talking about the COVID vaccine that everyone was getting. And I did get all three of the first initial shots when they started doing them. Got the 2 shots, and then I got the booster and all that. And I was just thinking about that on the drive back home. And I was like, they never did really give us a whole lot of information on the side effects of those shots. And they rushed those shots out so fast. And because there were a lot of people dying from COVID, and I know they was trying to get a cure or trying to get it under control and all that, so they rushed those shots out fast, extremely fast, and started giving them out to people, and people telling us we got to get these shots, got to get these shots, got to take these shots, got to take the first one, the second one, the booster, and all this kind of stuff. But they still pushing like a third and fourth booster and all this kind of stuff on people. But I was thinking when I was heading back home when I'm leaving the doctor that who knows, I don't know if he'll ever figure out what really caused my issues with my eye problems. But who knows? There's been so many different health issues with different people after the COVID, and the ones that actually dealt with COVID and having these different medication given to you and put into your body, and it just seems like it triggers other things and start other things to happen with your body. So who knows what was in that medicine or what different side effects that it caused people to have. So I was just thinking about that, and I'm like, it was kind of like a test run, like we was all guinea pigs trying to figure out. And of course, you tell us that we need to take this stuff to stay healthy or to keep from getting, you know, anything worse or dying. That, you know, people are going to go and do that because we trust the medical field and the science and all that. And this is what they telling us to do, so that's what we're going to do. But I don't know if it actually had anything to do with it, because I don't think there's any kind of test that my doctor, I'm just talking about me personally, could do to determine what caused it. Because, you know, once he talks about that and you know, give me his thoughts or what he think, he just, you know, kind of chalk it up to just something that happened, you know. But up until that point, I had never had any issues other than having to wear glasses. And, you know, I've been wearing glasses for 30-something years. So, but other than that, you know, I've never had any problems with my eyesight or anything. But it just got me thinking, like, you know, a lot of this stuff, even when you're watching TVs and they're always talking about different commercials about medicine. You take this medicine, it's got this side effect. You take this medicine, you're going to have this side effect. You're going to do this and that. And they, you know, they push these different medications out there that's supposed to help people, but there's always side effects. I mean, I take a lot of medication now. You know, I'm on medications for my lupus. I'm on 2 different kinds of medication for that. That, you know, there's one that I take that I'm going to have to take for the rest of my life. And with that medication, I know, you know, the different side effects, because even with me, you know, on this medication for lupus, I have to go to the doctor for that every 3 months. And every 3 months, I have to take blood work to make sure it's not affecting my kidneys, which is the main thing that you know, this medicine can do that I'm on for my lupus, you know. And I'm like, you know, it's kind of like, damn if you do and damn if you don't. You either take this medication or you gonna have this issues going on with you if you don't take this medication. If you take this medication, it's still a possibility that this other issue is gonna happen. And, you know, you kind of like in the hands of these prescriptions, drug manufacturers. They kind of got you in a catch-20, because you either gonna take it, or if you don't take it, if you take it, it's gonna cause other things to go wrong with your body. If you don't take it, you can definitely have some other issues going on, and other things can happen, you know, with your organs, your different functions and stuff like that. So it's just crazy. I was just thinking about that, and I was like, you know, the things you have to intake into your body when you're trying to stay healthy and you're trying to do the right thing, and you don't know what's going to happen from that. You don't know what type of side effect. And they tell you about these different side effects, and some of them are really scary. Some of these side effects is really like, wow, I could die from just taking this medication. Or, you know, my kidneys can shut down from just taking this medication. And it's just crazy. It can cause you to be depressed. It can cause you to be suicidal, you know, and all this kind of stuff. And you know, you got to try to outweigh some of the pros and cons of this different medication that you have to deal with. And it's just crazy. You know, you don't want to walk around with a banging migraine all the time. But you don't want to keep pushing all this stuff into your body, because it may fix one thing and then something else will go wrong. So it's just crazy. It's just really crazy. But then, you know, that's how these drug companies make all this money, you know. And a lot of times they go in here and they experiment on all these different types of drugs and this medication. And yes, they may know some of those side effects on it and what it might do. They can project what this might affect this part of your organs or this part of your body or this or that, but they really don't know. You know, they really don't know. And I know they experiment on different types of animals and stuff like that to try to get a reaction from these medications, different medications that they're doing or creating. And it can be a lot. It can be a lot. It's just, it's crazy. Some of the things that we have to do just to try to maintain or stay as healthy as possible. And then there's some medicines that you gotta deal with for the rest of your life, and you just have to adjust to it and get used to it. And if you do as it say and follow the directions, then it definitely is a benefit in it. It can work. It can definitely prolong your illness or prolong your life as long as you're doing what you need to do. But it's when you have all these different, when you start throwing in different multiple types of medicine, and how this interfere with this medicine and all this kind of stuff. Because every time I go to the doctor, they'll ask me, what medication that I'm on. And once I give them the list of this medication, it's like, oh, you can't take this, because if we give you this, it's going to interact with that. And if you can't take that, because it's going to do this. And, you can't interact too much of those different type of medications. It's a lot. Sometimes when I go to the doctor, I be so drained when I come up out of there, because it's so much information and it's so much that you have to think about. And then, you got to think about, oh, if I don't take this, what's going to happen? And if I don't do this, so it gets to be a lot. But everything went good today with my eye. My pressure was down where it needed to be. Haven't had any more issues with the bleeding. My left eye is good. I don't think the doctor don't think I would ever get full 100% of my sight back in my right eye. And that's okay, it could be worse. So I'm okay with that. I stay on top. I'm consistent and stay on top of my routines. I'm consistent in taking the eye drops or going to the doctor every 3 months or whatever it is they need me to do. I'm going to do it so that I can be here and be around as long as possible and stay as healthy as possible. It's just crazy when you think about all the things that goes on when it comes to these different types of medications. And I know there was people that really had to deal with COVID way more than I did, and still dealing with it. I know that. I'm not denying any of that, because were so many people that died from the COVID virus when it kicked off and all this kind of stuff. And a lot of people are still dealing with different side effects that actually had COVID and still trying to cope with all that. So I'm not taking away from any of that. I'm just basically speaking from my experience and the things that I'm having to go with and deal with on top of my other issues that I got to deal with. I didn't ask to have lupus. I didn't ask to get this thing with my eye. I didn't ask to have any heart issues. So I have a lot of stuff going on, that I'm dealing with. Like I said, I'm on medication for my heart. I'm on medications for lupus. I'm having to go to the doctors. He did stop me from taking the eye drops for my eyes. I'm on a very low doses of blood pressure, because the medication that I take for my heart affects my blood pressure. So I had to end up getting on a medication for a very low doses of blood pressure medicine. So it's a lot, girl, it's a lot. It seems like every month I'm going to the doctor for something. I'm going to the heart doctor, the lupus doctor, my regular doctor, now the eye doctor. On top of the other little yearly things that I have to do to keep this body going in the way that it is. So it gets to be a lot. It gets to be a lot. So anybody out there that's having to deal with any type of health issues or having to go to the doctor on a regular basis, just do what you need to do. Just make sure you're taking care of your body as best as possible. Make sure you're drinking your water, you're staying hydrated, you're exercising and moving your body. Even if it's just as you going through your day and you're sitting down, move your legs, do some leg lifts or something like that to try to help keep your body in a moving state, okay? That's it, guys. I just wanted to just vent a little bit about my doctor's appointment this morning, okay? All right, I'm about to get up out of here. You guys have a great day. If you're going about your day, you in and out, hey, make sure you be kind to people. Keep a positive mindset. Keep your body moving. And just enjoy life. And just have a great day. Granny gonna check y'all out next time around.